So we're talking about reflecting on our challenges, and we're going to jump into these different steps that you can take to really reflect on your true challenges, okay? Because sometimes the challenges that we're focusing on really have a deeper root that we really need to get to, okay? So step one of this process is you're going to do two different brain dumps. The first brain dump is all the things that are challenging you in your professional life. So everything that has to do with school, everything that causes you some frustration during different parts of your day, okay? You can do this on one page, you can draw a T-chart, whichever way you want to do it, okay? I typically tell the Burned In Teacher Tribe to write down on one page, professional, and then do a T-chart on one side, all of your challenges, okay? Then on the next page, you're gonna draw another T-chart and write personal at the top. Write down all of your personal challenges that you're dealing with day in, day out. And it doesn't have to be every day, but things that really challenge you as a person and as a professional. Jessica, so glad to see you. And Sarah, I'm glad that you're here today. So we're diving in how to really reflect and get to the root of the challenges that we're facing both professionally and personally. So step one, T-chart for personal, T-chart for professional. Did I say personal twice? You know where I'm going. Okay, the next step is I want you to put the pencil down and play the why game. You may not know that this is the why game, but this is the game that kids like to play to drive us crazy. Why? 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 Which is good. It's a great question to ask, okay? But now what I'm gonna have you do is put your finger on one challenge in your professional list, all right? And ask yourself why that's a challenge. So professionally, maybe you say, my students don't respect me. They don't listen to me, okay? So let's back up. My students don't listen to me. They don't follow directions, okay? Why? They don't respect me. Why don't they respect me? Why? Well, I guess they don't really know me, and everybody knows that you respect people that you know, like, and trust the most, so maybe I haven't taken time to get to know them. Okay, why haven't you done that? There's so much to do. They come in the door and we get started right away with, what we're doing in the classroom. There's no time. Why? I've just always done it that way. They come in, they have their bell work. You get where I'm going here, right? And then you do the same thing for personal, okay? My house is a mess. It's a mess. I can't remember the last time I've cleaned the bathrooms. Dishes are piled up. The floor is a mess, whatever, okay? Why? I'm never home. I'm working on schoolwork forever, all right? Maybe that's another challenge, right? Another challenge to reflect on. Okay, why am I never home? Okay, well, I work until 5, 6 o'clock every night. The kids have their practice, assuming you have kids, or I take my dog on a walk. Whatever it is, I have these obligations with these things that I'm doing in these other sectors of the community. I'm never home, okay? Why is this happening? Why do you have all of these activities that you're involved in? Okay, you see where I'm going there. So what I'm going to ask you to do then is to kind of just put your finger on things, or you could write them out, write all the whys out if you'd like to. But really it is just, and you can even hand it to your significant other or your friend and just say, all right, we're gonna start with these, ask me why. Really get to the root of those challenges. Because again, like I said, something that could be surface level, something that's challenging you could really actually be very surface level, and you really need to get to the root of it, okay? So I'm gonna challenge you to do that, all right? The next thing is I want you to choose 2 priority challenges that you're going to start tackling tomorrow, all right? You've done the challenge. If you've done the challenge from day 1, where you've really assessed your teacher burnout, your type of burnout, and how long you've been in these places, and now you're really focusing on trying to create a brand that is positive, now it's time for you to start taking some action, all right? So you've done the reflection, you've asked the questions about why you are where you are. Now you know that building a teacher brand is really important, how you behave, what you think, what you say, right? And how you take care of yourself in your classroom. That's your teacher brand. You are taking daily steps to try to recreate that if that's necessary. And now you're taking action on those things that are challenging you the most in your personal and your professional life. All right? Choose one from each piece of your life at a time. All right? Don't rush, okay? We always have this huge sense of urgency, but we need to really sit back, focus on one at a time, all right? Give them the attention that they deserve. Choose the ones that are the most frustrating in both pieces of your life, all right? The next step is decide who your best accountability buddy or your best resource for helping you to solve these problems, because nobody can do anything completely 100% alone. And if you are, that creates unbalance. If you are trying to do everything in your life by yourself, because I'm the only one who can do it right, I'm the only one who can handle this, I'm the only one that knows what to do, that's not true. It's simply a lie, all right? You with other people can do amazing things. And when you need support, this can be part of rebuilding your teacher brand, be that person who is brave enough to ask for help. All right. I had the opportunity to see Gary Brooks speak, and it's Gary Brooks, not Jerry Brooks. Hi, Angie. And he said something that I've always felt so strongly about. He said, believe it or not, there's somebody in your building that is better at you than something. They are. And thank goodness. That's what makes us better, is when we surround ourselves with people who are doing better than us at something. All right. I have a person that I really respect in the ed tech space. He says, and I know this is a quote from somewhere else too, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get a new room, because you're going to get bored and you're not going to grow. All right. So I'm going to challenge you to grow here by asking for help. Okay. The last part of this is that person that you choose, they don't have to be your accountability buddy, but you need to get one. And you need to get actually two. Okay? 2 accountability buddies. 1 accountability buddy that is in your space, that either is in your building. They don't have to necessarily be teaching your grade level, but find somebody who is teaching in a way and is handling things in a way that you say, that's what I need. They have great relationships with their students. How do you do that? They leave every day at 4 o'clock. How do you do that? They have an amazing relationship with the administrator, or at least they respect each other. How did you do that? This is also part of building your brand, okay? You have a friend who is extremely organized. How do you do that? All right? You have somebody who relaxes on the weekends and goes on little weekend trips. How do you do that? Could be a financial thing, right? Okay? The other accountability buddy is get somebody who is outside of the space that you are in. Now, this step is actually pretty new, and it's based on feedback that I got from a Burned In Teacher Tribe member who just went through the winter of 2019 small group program. All right, hi Judy, so glad you're here. And she said to me during this interview, and actually it was on this week's podcast episode, she said, Amber, I have to address something with you. She said, my biggest advice for someone who is going through burnout and is trying to make changes in their life is to find an accountability buddy. She said, and I have those at school. She said, but without somebody outside who knows what you're going through, and she actually said, somebody like you, Amber, who has lived this life and is now able to look at it from a different perspective, having someone to talk me down, to give me a different point of view is so, so valuable. And I really sat back when she listened to that and I thought, you know what, that is so true. Because I have accountability buddies in my educational technology space, you know, working with schools and teachers with their ed tech use and just instructional practices. I have people in that space that I go to for support, but I also have people that help me outside of that to help me reach people who need the most support outside of that ed tech space. Those teachers like you that need somebody who is outside of their little bubble, outside of their school, somebody that can say, okay, have you thought about this? Have you approached it this way? All right. And I want to be that person for you. So I want to tell you what I did for you guys today. I went into my website and I changed the price of the spring 2019 small group program, or the Teacher Tribe program now that I'm calling it. I changed it from $229 to $199. Okay? I'm only telling you about this, and I'm only going to tell my email list about this. All right? If somebody else from somewhere else in another space finds out and they sign up, good for them. They got lucky. But I lowered that price because I want you to have that special opportunity to take advantage of this space that we are in together, this safe space to really get real, get deep about what it is that you're struggling with, and take your next best steps. All right, I have 15 spots available. And like I said on the podcast this week, I would love for this first group of 15 to be burned and unbalanced. But if you take the quiz and you are burned and over it, or burned and bored, we're going to see how many other people sign up, and we will make you your own group as well. Because I am starting to learn through all of my research and interactions with you guys that you need specific things for your specific type of burnout, and you deserve that specific attention. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You have until 9 o'clock Friday night, and then I'm going to change the price back. All right. So I just want to let you know that that opportunity is there for you. The Facebook group that we are in now is going to continue to be a support system for you. That will not change. But from the feedback that I've gotten from the ladies that I just got done working with, and it's not just a program for women, it is for all educators, it's incredible the transformations that they've made. So I want that for you. I want to share my story more deeply with you and help you to get out of that burnout, because you don't deserve it. You know, kids deserve it is a big hashtag right now. Teachers deserve it. You deserve it. And if you don't find that support from me, you need to find it from someone else, because it is not going to be solved just by you in isolation in your own little silo. So let's build a city of support together. Okay? Do any of you have any questions at all before I give you your final challenge tasks tonight and you move on into your Thursday? I'll go ahead and repeat those tasks for you, and just like I've been doing every day or every night, I will post those in the Facebook group after this, after we sign off of this call, okay? So, challenge number 1, 2 different brain dumps, all right? Personal frustrations and challenges, professional frustrations and challenges, okay? And then you're going to choose some to put your finger on them, circle them, whatever you want to do. Play the why game. Okay, this is happening. Why? Because this is happening. Why? Because this is happening. Why? Get to the root of those problems. And then choose somebody to be your, edu bestie, hashtag edu soulmate, okay? Find somebody that can mentor you through these challenges in your personal life and your professional life. And like I said, do the same thing with personal. Okay, I have different heroes. I have different mentors for different pieces of my life. I segment things like that. But if that's not how you work and you have one person that just seems to always have the best answers for everything, go to that person. You're really lucky to have somebody that's that mentally strong in your life, okay? The last thing is find that person and really ask them deep questions. All right, I would love for you to share in the comments of this video or later on in the Facebook group, share your biggest challenges with us. We'll play the why game for you or with you. All right, I would love to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So it sounds weird. It's fun for me to get to the root of these things because I'm an action taker. All right, my number 1 strength is futuristic, and I am always thinking about what the next best step is. It drives my husband crazy. So, all right, well, I'm going to sign off here for tonight. You guys were quiet today. Did you have a rough hump day? I hope you didn't, but if you did, tomorrow's a new day. This Facebook group is here for you, and tomorrow we're going to move on to nurture your strengths, and I will tell you this much. We're going to label you with more than just a letter. That letter A, that personality type that you wear so proudly as a badge, we're going to take that badge off and throw it away. You deserve more than that as well. All right? If you don't have any questions or comments, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. I hope to see you tomorrow. Drop in any questions that you have as you're going through this challenge, or anything that's kind of giving you hiccups or surprising you. Drop it in the Facebook group. That's what this is for. And don't be afraid to go live yourself, because that's also what this group is for. It's a place for you to seek support, take action, and be inspired. I'll see you tomorrow. Burn on.